So welcome to A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 190. This is a decision. This is a decision moment. This is a conscious decision to return to awareness, to let go of human consciousness, to become aware of awareness itself, to let go of the egoic tendencies, the trapped ideas of people, places, things, and events, fantasies, the future, the past, thought, to move into the realm of silent stillness, awareness. I choose the joy of God instead of pain. I choose the joy of God instead of illusions. I choose the joy of God instead of this. I'm no longer interested in this world. It's not that I'm pushing away from it. I'm not denouncing it. Definitely no denouncing. I'm not denying it. It's the appearance of me asleep. The whole universe is an appearance of the I asleep. But as the I awakens, the universe dissolves in the awareness of the I. And eventually the I that I am dissolves into awareness, and there's no more I, there's only God. It's the Atman becomes Brahman. The Christ becomes God. So I choose the joy of God. I choose. And the only way I can choose it is to be willing that it be shown me. Pain is a wrong perspective. If you're feeling pain, you've misinterpreted what you are. Now, of course, you stand on a thorn, there's pain. But you don't need to suffer it. It's just painful. You don't have to go, why did I do this? What have I done to attract the thorn? What do I do to attract the pain? But if you sit with it, the pain will reveal layer by layer what's hidden. So if there's pain, where is it in the body? What's it telling me? Where have I been suppressing emotions? Emotions come from feelings. Feelings come from sensations. Sensations come from thoughts. Find those thoughts. Those thoughts are always due to wrong perception, wrong-minded perception, the way I've perceived myself. It all comes back to sin, fear, guilt. I think I've sinned. I fear the punishment. I feel guilty. And what does guilt lead to? Unworthiness, feeling rejected, abandoned, unloved, unworthy, not good enough. I need to be loved. I need to be liked. I need to be seen as a good person. But the world treats me badly. So I try to be a good person by suppressing my emotions. I force them inwards. I avoid speaking my truth. Speaking your truth isn't conflict. There may be conflict to those that don't want to hear truth. When you speak your truth, there's no conflict. But you hold back because you need to appease others. So it becomes conflict within. You've heard this in business. You avoid external conflict. You create internal conflict. The way of spirit is not creating external conflict. Speak your truth. Hold your truth. Don't be judged by other people's judgment. If they want to judge you, let them judge. Don't answer back. Don't return. Just be quiet. They want to tell you X, Y, Z, and they believe in this, and they believe in that. Let them believe what they believe in. Why do you need to change the way they believe? If you're trying to change the way they believe, then you're doing exactly what they're trying to do to you. They're trying to change your belief. Let them believe what they believe. Your no is your no. Your yes is your yes. And when you speak your truth, you speak it authentically, not to insult, not to prove them wrong. Stand your truth. No internal conflict. Watch the pain go away. Pain is wrong perception. When it is experienced in any form, it is a proof of self-deception. It is not a fact at all, which is why we can't feel each other's pains, no matter how empathetic you are. There is no form it takes that will not disappear if seen all right. For pain proclaims God is cruel. How could it be real in any form? It's witnesses to God, the Father's hatred of his Son. So God is punishing you. That's how the mind interprets pain. Why is God doing this to me? Why is God allowing me to suffer? God is allowing you to suffer yourself because you choose to suffer yourself. It's witness to God the Father's hatred of his Son, the sinfulness he sees in him, his insane desire for revenge and death because his Son has wandered away. Preposterous. You do this to yourself, Holy Son of God. Can such projections be attested to? Can they be anything but wholly false? Pain is but the witness to the Son's mistakes in what he thinks he is. For if you had no body and you were spirit and you were free, would there be pain? It is a dream of fierce retaliation for a crime that could not be committed, for attack on what is wholly unassailable. It is a nightmare of abandonment by an eternal love, which could not leave the Son, whom it created out of love. You created from love, Holy Son of God. You are love. How could you suffer pain? Is love painful? It's not pain, that's lust. Lust is painful. Human love is lust. It's not love. We love our children. Now you think you own your children. You want to possess them. You want to control them. You want to own them. You think they come from you. Nothing comes from you. Nothing. Except your illusion, your delusion. Pain is a sign. Illusion reigns in place of truth. It demonstrates God is denied, confused with fear, perceived as mad, and seen as a traitor to himself. With the ears of the heart. If God is real, there is no pain. But to you, whether you realize it or not, if pain is real, then there is no God, and God remains a concept to be beheld, but not to be known. For vengeance is not a part of love. And fear, denying love, because that's what fear is, the denial of truth. Fear denying love and using pain to prove that God is dead, has shown that death is victor over life. The body is the Son of God, corruptible in death, is what the illusion tells us. As mortal as the Father he has slain. God is dead in our awareness while we believe we're bodies, while we believe we suffer our past, while we believe we can suffer pain. Because when you're aware of what you are, you're aware of the infinite divine love, which is. And some, even the great mystics, will experience pain because it's the final attempt of the ego to pull you back. As the ego body minds realizes you're letting go of the identity, tries to attack you with your thoughts. Doesn't get you in your thoughts, it attacks you in your body, tries to pull you into the pain. And when you make the pain real, when you focus on the pain, when you focus on the fear the pain produces, because the pain leads you to fear of death. The minute it traps you in the fear of death, you're gone. You're back into the illusion. It's the ego is victor over you again. You'll be back. Do it one more time. Peace to you with these thoughts. Let them go. Peace to such foolishness. The time has come to laugh at such insane ideas. There is no need to think of them as savage crimes or secret sins with weighty consequences. Your no is your no. No matter who you think you've disappointed, but dream you have. Who but a madman or mad woman, even worse than a madman, could conceive of them as a cause of anything? Their witness, pain, is as mad as them, and no more to be feared than the insane illusion which it shields and tries to demonstrate must still be true. Let it go, Holy Son of God. Let those thoughts go. You don't need to be seen as good, seen as holy, seen as loving. Stop that people-pleasing nonsense now. Be yourself authentically. You have to be spiritual. Don't drink coffee. Don't smoke. Don't eat meat. Be a vegan. Be a librarian. Be a vegetarian. Be a whatever. Don't be that. Just be as you are. I'm not saying go out and murder little lambs now so that you can have a spit fry. Just be true. Anyone that hunts for sport is just killing a part of his innocence. And don't start imposing dogmatic spiritual principles. Be as you are. Be yourself knowingly. Be forgiving of self and others. It is your thoughts alone that cause you pain. But it's my body feeling it. Yeah, but it was a thought first. A thought of unworthiness, a thought of rejection, abandonment, not good enough, of fear, of sin, of guilt. And you stored it in your vessel, your projection. And that projected thought inside what appears to be your body is now the pain you feel as you age, because you're an image. And I am age. And as I am aging, so the pain, the resistance, the fear, stuck, hidden, suppressed, comes out and bites me on the behind or wherever else. Nothing external to your mind can hurt or injure you in any way. What do we say as kids? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. There is no cause beyond yourself that can reach down and bring oppression. No one but yourself affects you. No one but your identity, your thoughts of what you are and what you're not, affect you and you alone. There is nothing in the world that has power to make you ill or sad or weak or frail. But it is you who have the power to dominate all things you see by merely recognizing what you are. And then you won't dominate anything. You won't want to try and control anything. Like I've said thousands of times before, those that are out of control here try and control the world. Those who are afraid here want to attack the world. Those who don't trust themselves don't trust anyone. Those that call for help push it away as soon as it comes. Why? Because then they feel guilty or unworthy of the help or not good enough. Because now the help has come and they think I'm not good enough. The help is making me feel even more insecure. No one but yourself affects you. So when you attack the world, don't be surprised you get the mirror, especially when you ask for help. The mirror comes and smacks you upside the head twice as hard as you thought you were going to smack them. There is nothing in the world that has the power to make you ill or sad or weak or frail. Nothing. As you perceive the harmlessness in them, the joy in them, the innocence in them, they will accept your holy will as theirs. And what was seen as fearful now becomes a source of innocence and holiness. It's your escape. It's your way. You asked, you prayed, you asked, it came. See it, offer it, your loving self. And go back into old patterns. My holy brother, my holy sister, think of this a while. The world you see does nothing. It's in your mind. It has no effects at all. No effects at all. It merely represents your thoughts. And it will change entirely as you elect to change your mind, your perceptions, your filters, and choose the joy of God as what you really want. Choose to be friend to the world as opposed to see it enemy, and it will be your friend. Yourself, your true self, your divine self, your essence, which is God's essence, is radiant in this holy joy, unchanged, unchanging, and unchangeable forever and forever. Eternity, here now, forever. And would you deny a little corner of your mind its own inheritance? What's the corner of this mind? Your localization. Your localization chooses the inheritance of God. Your localization frees itself up. Others will call you enlightened. You realize that there's no you to be enlightened. You just join with the light, and what was you dissolves in the light of awareness. Would you deny this inheritance and keep it as a hospital for pain, a sicky place where living things must come to die at last? Let this go, Holy Son of God. Let this world go. Let your desires for this world go. Let your ambitions for this world. Go. Stop searching for love. Be love. The world may seem to cause you pain, and yet the world, as causeless, has no power to cause nothing. As an effect of your misperception, it cannot make effects. As an illusion, it is what you wish it be. Your idle wish represents its pains. Your strange desires bring its evil dreams. Your thoughts of death envelop it in fears. While in your kind forgiveness does it live and is liberated. In grace I am released, in grace I release. Pain is the thought of evil taking form and working havoc on your holy mind. Pain is the ransom you have gladly paid, not to be free of thought, of concept, of illusion, not to be free to be yourself knowingly. In pain is God denied, the Son he loves, and the Son denied remembering his Father. In pain does fear appear to triumph over love, and time replace eternity with intervals, eternity and heaven, which is the eternal now. And the world becomes a cruel and bitter place where sorrow rules and little joys give way before the onslaught of the savage pain that waits to end all joy in misery. Lay down your arms, stop attacking, and come without defense into the quiet place where heaven's peace holds all things still. At last, lay down all thoughts of danger and of fear. Lay down all thoughts completely. Let no attack thought enter, because if you have no thoughts, no attack thought can enter. Lay down your cruel sword, your attack thoughts, your vengeance, your desire for control, your desire for power, and of judgment that you hold against your own throat, thinking you're attacking the world. You attack but yourself, holy sibling. And put aside the withering assaults with which you seek to hide your holiness. Stop looking for fault. See the joy, focus on the joy, that the joy may overwhelm you, not the faults overwhelm you. In this silent stillness, where you look up as opposed to the detail, look up within. Yea, you will understand there is no pain. Yea, does the joy of God belong to you, for you are the joy of God. This is the day when it is given you to realize the lesson that contains all salvation's power. It is in this. Pain is illusion. Joy is reality. Pain is but sleep. Joy is awakening. Pain is deception. Joy alone is truth. Joy alone is God's reality. And thus is all. It is yours. And so again, we make the only choice that can ever be made. There's only one choice. We choose between illusion and truth, or pain and joy, or hell and heaven. Choose you that now, Holy Son. But in order to have that, you have to have forgiven memories, forgiven all your obstacles to peace, all your unforgiven thoughts, all your desires for an identity to appease others, an identity which people pleases, to be seen in a certain way. Be yourself honestly, authentically, as you are. No need to prove it, just be it. Let our gratitude unto our teacher fill our hearts, the messenger within, the messenger who speaks to you right now as your own inner voice, using mine to remind you of your voice. As we are free to choose our joy instead of pain, our holiness in place of sin, and the peace of God instead of conflict, the light of heaven, the awareness of heaven for the darkness, for the thoughts of the world. Be you that. Harsh lesson, holy brothers. Harsh lesson, my sibling. But the truth of God is shared with you now. This is the way. This is the way of the Christ. This is the way of peace. This is the way of liberation. This is the way. Be you that knowingly, silently, joyously, in gratitude. Amen.